Hello, friends and family. Welcome. This is Cindy from Art Around with Cindy, and I invite you to visit my channel anytime. I hope to put out periodically things like this, maybe some more in the way of tutorial. This is more of just a come along with me and see how we get from point A to point B. In general, it was originally, you guys, originally an hour and a half long video, and I shortened it to 34 minutes, and I'm already finding it hard to fill 5 minutes and 15 seconds with my voice. I can't even imagine had I left it at that length, and I would have lost you at hello. So I want to encourage you to visit a creator named Milan. I'm probably butchering her name, but she's from uh, Magic of the North, and you will not be disappointed if you go there. Visiting her channel and watching her videos re-inspired me in my art and brought fun back into the process and took away the expectation that I had was starting to have every time I would start a painting. And she does that by using and encouraging us to use found objects instead of paintbrushes in the first phase of our painting. And that's what I did here. Those found objects were that piece of driftwood that you see there, and there was a mussel, dried out mussel all from the Oregon coast, which is my old stomping grounds. It's where I raised my kids, and I was born and raised on the Oregon coast as well. I do use I did use more than just those few paints I started with, and I'll list those in the description. I love Daniel Smith paints for their granulating effect and their vibrancy. Um, I do use other paints in some of my other things I do, but Daniel Smith is great for this, and really I use it often. Let's see here. What else can I tell you that might be um, interesting or fun? One of the things I think was just taking expectation away. It made me more open to experimenting with things. And, I'll just try this because, you're not really all that invested when you first put those paints down and start seeing hints of where a tree might go. And you lay them in lightly while the paint is, or while the paper is still wet. Later, you go in and do what I'm doing here, and that's you start layering more details, and then later more details, and it just brings it all together. I had a fun point in this one where at the bottom of it there was, to my eye, a hint of a path or a river. And so I helped that hint along by lifting out some of the paint that was there. And I put in a little river. And eventually I put in, you can't see this or the bald eagles from this view, but if you zoom in, you'll see a little figure resting on a rock, looking out at the scene before them, and there will be two bald eagles, one in flight and one resting on the snag that's there. Um, did I mention that when you're done with the paint from your found object, to not throw them away or wash them off? Because if you just wet them again, they'll be good for another round or two or three. And you won't get the same painting every time because you just kind of go where your eye leads. I think we're coming up on the end I'm signing it. Thank you so much for stopping by. If you have any hints or tips for me, I'm all ears. Do hit like and subscribe. I would really appreciate that, and it would help me out. Thank you so much.